What's good, everyone? It's your boy Salos, back with a Kirby Forgotten Lands video, and we are back with a post game. But my God, listen to this background. Isn't this just so creepy? Like the whole, and here we are, and here we are, and here we are. Yeah, that's just messed up in so many ways. But I didn't bother showing you guys this, but basically what you guys are about to see right here is Lee. I'm just gonna call him Aslan. I don't know how to say his name, Leondis or whatever. But yeah, Aslan here. The game ended with him in like this little stasis state, as you just saw him just now, and it's hinted that he's still alive, and we have to go like into the like this like his mind or memories or whatever. And this is like my favorite part right here. Just watch him vibe. Look at him vibing along right here. I'm just gonna play that again. Look at my man. He getting it. He getting it. He vibing. He vibing. My man is in it. But of course, things can't be that easy. So of course, you have to have a boss fight with him. And my friend Two Fang Sword wanted me to do this. So Two Fang Sword, this is for you. I hope you're happy. Yes, the moment that my friend Two Fang Sword realized that there was a time stop ability, he was like, "Oh my gosh, can you please do a Zawado meme? Can you please do a Zawado meme with the times? Like, you had to do it at least once." But the thing is, with Zawado, it's a one-time use ability. So once you do it once, yes, it's very powerful and it stops and freezes time. And once you let it go, it's like a super nuke. As you see, his HP is over half gone. He's like supposed to be like part of the final act of the game. So yeah, it's very strong. But now I have to do all this as default Kirby. And default Kirby. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think people kind of sleep on how strong default Kirby actually is. Like these little star bits, they do some damage. Some like these star bits, they do more damage than some copy abilities. So not to sleep on default Kirby at all, but I kind of want to showcase some of the power-ups. And this also makes the fight a little more harder because you can't always just attack. You have to wait for a star to appear. But as you guys can see, we're actually going to manage to do that pretty easily, even with default Kirby. But he's not done yet. ID F86 is still ready to go, and he's gonna manually take over. He's gonna take off the autopilot, and he's going to actually get his hands dirty and fight through Leonis himself. So here comes the second phase of the boss battle. And it's pretty much kind of identical to the first phase. He just has his attacks sped up a little bit. But what I was trying to explain earlier is I didn't bother showing this because I feel like that this post game is a lot of padding, because you literally play the same exact levels again. It's the way that is framed is that Leonis is in this stasis state, right? You know, like the little bubble we saw him at the beginning of the game. So I think so. I'm pretty sure because people can explain this better than I can. But apparently, Leonis is the last vessel for ID F86 / Elfless's other evil half to go with. So they scatter his soul all across this, I don't even like this mirror realm or this galaxy pocket dimension type thing, and we had to basically go through that. You have to go through, like, I guess Leona's memories or whatever, and gather bits of his soul and return it back to him to get him back, which is why for a very brief second he was able to be himself. But now that Leonis is himself again, that he's also a vessel, as you can see right now, that ID F86 is basically using him right now as just that, a vessel. And right now, what's happening is a double combo attack, and I'm very glad I packed a max tomato on me because, oh my gosh, ID F86 is going for the nuke. Yeah, this ain't easy, folks. So yeah, now we have to fight. Now it's a 2v1, and they are trying to end you so fast right now. There are so many attacks coming out. You have to dodge both ID F86 and Leondis. Yeah, this is crazy. Everything that's happening right now. So, yeah, luckily we're almost there. And I also didn't know this, but like the little dodge, I didn't really abuse that at all. But oh my gosh, can we? Am I able to actually showcase it? Okay, all I need is one more attack. Yeah, that. When people kind of dub that move as, they dub that as witch time, which I'm like, I'm not opposed to that. And that's an awesome little kill shot right there. So we finally was able to get Leon this out. And this part right here, you guys. Oh my gosh. Here we go. Soul Forgo. But of course we don't. It's the freaking butterfly. It's always the freaking butterfly. And this part right here, you guys might be thinking, why this is a 30-minute video? I'm gonna show you why this is a 30-minute video. Freaking Morphle Knight is back. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh my gosh. And yes, this is post commentary, but you guys want to know why this is a 30-minute video when when you guys know that, spoilers, this is the last phase. So what's the 30-minute video? Yeah, Morphle Knight is insane. And I thought we put this man in the ground. So Kirby lore dump for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are picking up Forgotten Land for the first time. Spoilers, I mean, if you're watching this, I don't think you really care too much. I mean, Kirby lore is kind of deep as is, so I don't think that you guys will care. If you guys do care, I do apologize, but yeah, we'll be spoiling the lore for Morphle Knight, so if you don't want to know that, I guess click off. But it's not very explained very well at all, the games. So here's a little bit of context. Especially if you guys skip Star Allies like me, this is my first time actually fighting Morphle Knight, because spoilers, you actually do fight Morphle Knight in Star Allies. But so here's the whole history behind Morphle Knight. All right, we have to rewind all the way back to Kirby Superstar Ultra, because in that game there was a mode called Super Nightmare Ultra, which is probably the closest we'll ever get to a Meta Knight spin-off game. That game is still by far to this day one of my favorite modes in any Kirby game, because Meta Knight is such a boss, right? So at the end of the game, originally at the end of Superstar Ultra, it's actually Kirby. He activates Star Dream, and Star Dream is like this ancient relic created by this ancient civilization that had immense and vastly superior technology to ours. And Star Dream is like their master creation, but he's able to grant you one wish if you're able to summon him. So Kirby was going to use his one wish, but a character named Marks, and we're gonna die. Yeah, that's how my first attempt with Morphle Knight went. I was going in Kirby lore with you guys, but so Marks was able to manipulate Kirby to summon Star Dream. And when he did, he was able to basically say that he wants to have the power to rule Dreamland. So Marks, and that's how that fight really goes. It's really Kirby and Marks, and that's how Star Dream works. Is that whoever summons him is the original wielder. Okay, so that's how it goes in the original timeline. That Kirby helps Marks betrays Kirby, and he uses one wish to summon powers that are able to help him rule Dreamland. I promise to get this rope into Morphle Knight, you guys. So in Meta Nightmare Ultra, this is a what-if scenario. Like, what if Meta Knight were to go on Kirby's journey and summon Star Dream? So there is no Marks in this game. Meta Knight does make the wish, and his wish is that he wishes to fight the strongest warrior in the galaxy. And it's this, what he gets is this character, Galactonite, who was so strong and he was so feared for his power, he had to be sealed away. But by Meta Knight wishing to fight the strongest warrior in the galaxy, he summons Galactonite, and he unleashes Galactonite on the world. So it was a what if scenario, so it is kind of like spin-off. So you wouldn't see Galactonite again for a very long time. I forgot what game he actually appeared in where you actually fight Galactonite. I think it is Star Allies. I think that's when you fight him in the main series. But This right here, oh my gosh, freaking inverted controls are my kryptonite. Oh my god. This is not just inverted controls, it's like the screens are tilting everywhere too. And this is also, wait, no, it's not. That's Dark Meta Knight. It's something completely different. What I thought right here was happening was that he's using his mirror world powers, because yes, there is a mirror world in Kirby games, but now that I'm thinking about it, that's not mirror world stuff. That's just Galactic Knight just being, well, Morphle Knight being, well, Morphle Knight. But yeah, so where'd I leave off? I'm also trying to commentate this battle too, but my god, Kirby Lord goes deep. And I did choose Frost here because, as you guys saw, Frost is OP, but my strat was that I was going to try to freeze Morphle Knight, but freezing doesn't really work on him because, as you see, he teleports in and out. So I'm trying to freeze him, but that's not really working because he keeps weaving in and out, and he doesn't stay still long enough for me to actually freeze him. So yeah, my little plan is not really going so well at all. So I just got to be a block of ice and use my OP shield. But as I learned in the fight, that you can't use the shield to block the fire attacks, which, I mean, obviously fire melts ice. So yeah. So like I said, sometime in one of the Kirby games, you actually do fight Morphle Knight in the main series. Not Morphle Knight, you fight you fight so many knights. Okay, you fight Galactic Knight, the knight that Meta Knight summoned, and yeah, I'm gonna die again. So Meta Knight, freaking Galactic Knight. Kirby fights Galactic Knight in one of these games, and it's all the way up into Star Allies when Galactic Knight, I think he appears again. And this is where it gets a little funny. I haven't actually played Star Allies, which I probably should. But at the end of the game, the freaking butterfly you saw right here, butterflies are effectively like the time variance authoritative. If you guys watch the MCU at all, they're basically the TVA of the Kirby universe. Because whenever something goes awry or something like that kind of goes off the beaten path of the timeline, these butterflies come in and just eviscerate anything that's opposing them. Like right now, how we just eviscerated the ID F86 or whatever. You saw how he just eviscerated him, and then Morphle Knight came out of nowhere. But here, because Galactic Knight is an invasive intruder, Galactic Knight was sealed away for its power. He was not supposed to be awakened. It was Meta Knight who supposedly awakened him and unleashed him on the world. So this butterfly comes in and evaporates Galactic Knight and turns him into Morphle Knight. That's how Star Allies ends. And we beat Morphle Knight in Star Allies, and we thought that it was all said and done. But as you see right here, Morphle Knight is here taking names, okay? So, yeah, that's all that's to say is that's how Morphle Knight, that's how it ended, is that this butterfly supposedly sealed away Galactic Knight. Like, right here, this is Galactic Knight we're fighting, but he has been morphed into Morphle Knight. And we're finally able to get to the second phase, because, God. I really want to use Ice, but Ice's damage comes from that Permafrost ability, where you freeze the enemy, but we can't really use that or rely on that here. So I'm using Bombs, because one, he's just moving all over the place. So if I can use these homing bombs to kind of sort of keep up with him, then I feel like that's a win-win situation. But I gotta avoid this pocket dimension attack, or this, what I thought when he was sending you to the mirror realm, but no, that's Dark Knight. That's Dark Meta Knight, which, there are so many knights in this series. But yeah, this fight right here, this is my first time actually fighting Morphle Knight. Like I said, the first time you actually fight him is in Star Allies, but I skipped out on that game because I've heard so many mixed opinions on that game. I just didn't know how to feel about it, but I think I'm gonna pick it up and try it. I want to play more Kirby after this. This has really ignited my love for Kirby and why I love playing these games. I always come back for more, and I've never get tired of playing Kirby games, despite how short they actually are. So, right here, as you see, where using ID F86, he's still using combo attacks. And look at all these flurries of attacks going on right here. And I have to be so careful right now because I can only get hit one more time. That's all I have is one hit in me. And we're gonna witch time it. We're gonna bob and weave. Come on, we can do it. And we're not gonna be able to do it. You guys don't know how pissed I was right there. You guys do not know how pissed I was. That we were so freaking close. All you do is hit him one more time. That's why I hit the homing bomb. So for that moment in particular, that I had to worry about aiming him, that the homing bomb will home into him and do all the... God. Yeah, this was very infuriating, to say the least. But now I'm kind of going into rage mode, and I had to kind of catch myself. Okay, Sales, you're taking way too much damage right here. You can't afford to do that. But here's a fun fact about Morphinite. You guys know that his design was actually going to be the original design for Meta Knight, but for some reason they scrapped this design and they went with the classic Meta Knight look, which I'm kind of fine with. I kind of do prefer Meta Knight's appearance now or over Morphinite. I feel like it's so cool because it's this lost bit of Kirby lore, but I really do prefer the design they went with Meta Knight, which I feel like that was a good call. So I'm not mad about it at all. I like his design more. We're gonna get to the second phase again, but when he pulls out the dual blade and starts dual wielding, that's how you know you're in trouble. So yeah, I really have to be really patient and let the homing bombs do their thing. And my God, the scissor attack always gets me every time. But I had to. This theme goes so hard, you guys. I'm actually gonna stop talking for a little bit so you guys can listen to it, because I've been talking over this theme. You guys have to hear this theme. Theme goes so hard. Oh my god. I don't know what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use that for something. I have to use that in a video somewhere. I know I'm gonna use it. I know I'm gonna use that theme. But that theme goes so hard. I heard the Star Allies theme and I was like, that's supposed to be the Morphinite's theme, but they killed in this game. They absolutely killed that thing. It is so awesome. And despite the fact that I'm getting my butt kicked right now, this is like, if you guys remember, well, if you guys, I'm assuming you guys follow me on Instagram if you guys are watching this video, but if you guys remember, the Meta Knight fight, I was so in love with that fight. That fight was so hyped, because I feel like that fight took so good advantage of the 3D space. We have to be very careful right here not to get hit. Like, as we get hit again. Yeah, guys. This fight, as much praise as I'm giving it, but this fight, I don't like people are they feel like I just complain about games being too easy. But that's the thing, I want to lose. I don't like winning all the time. I want to actually struggle. I want to have conflict, which I'm showing all these runs to show you guys. Yeah, Morphinite kind of clapped me, because this entire time I'm not playing on Spring Breeze. I'm playing on what's it called? I forget. Bahama Blast? I forget what the mode's called. I'm basically playing on hard mode, but I've not struggled with a single boss in this entire game at all. I've whited out one time against Silly Dillo, and that was the only time I lost. Everything else, I have just bodied this game without dodging or blocking or anything. But this fight right here, I had to pull out all the stops. I'm aware you can't dodge. People were saying, oh, Sid, why don't you dodge? And I'm like, what's the point? The game is piss easy. But this fight right here, oh my gosh, this fight right here, between the inverted realm like you're doing right now, and the warping in and out, the fire tornadoes, the dashing around, the intense sword swipes, Morphle Knight, his fight is so much fun. I love it so much. It's such a challenge, and that's all I ever wanted. That these fights really take advantage of the 3D space. And it really makes you think. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you thinking, because you cannot just button mash. I mean, you couldn't button mash in the old games either. But I feel like the boss battles are really where this game shines. Like, no shade to the platforming element of it, but I just didn't really feel like they were. Someone's having a drag race outside, but these fights just take so good ability of the 3D space, and I love it so much. I feel like if this is what the future of Kirby has in store, this is just their first attempt into the 3D era. I am very hyped to see what HAL Labs can do with Kirby going forward. I am so hyped for the future of this series. But we're gonna have to be very careful again, because you see we're low on health again. Hopefully we don't die this time again, but I learned my lesson. All I gotta do is let the homing bombs do their thing. It might take them a minute, but they will find Morphle Knight. All I have to do is survive his punishments and not get hit. If I get hit one more time, it's all over. And we have a little bit of ways to go. Oh God, come on. We pull the giant sword right here, and the scissors. Okay, we're good. Alright, just lay a couple of bombs down, let him finish his sword swipes. Come on, set a few traps, And we're gonna do it. It took, I think that was 4 tries. I think that's how long it took us. But finally, we're able to beat Morphle Knight. Jeez! And IDF-86 got away. You guys know what that means. We have yet another fight to go on. But we get a blueprint. What can it be? That's right, you guys. We get to play as Morphle Knight. I know that everyone says that this ability kind of breaks the game, which it kind of does. It kind of splits the game in half. But you best believe, for the final battle, we are using that Morphle Knight ability. And Kirby and his friends are like, what's wrong? We got rid of IDF-86. We returned your souls. But what's wrong? Why aren't you waking up? But look at that. All of the remaining souls of Leondis' soul, they all returned him. They all helped out. They went back and picked up the remaining souls, and they're all returning them to their king. Now that IDF-86 is gone for good, there's no one here to use him or manipulate him. He finally is free, and the light shines on the true king of this forgotten land, back in his former glory. Oh. I guess that's his girlfriend. Okay. He's like, what's going on here? I got a lot to catch up on. And we're going to end with the anime music yet again. Here we are. And actually, I'm gonna just go ahead. I mean, I feel like I got most of my points out during the Morphle Knight fight, but my God, this game continues to blow me away. And I'm gonna let this play out so you guys can kind of see what's going on. What I was talking about with the Forgo Forgotten Lands. As you guys can see, it's literally in a parallel universe version of all the levels we fought. And like I said, I didn't feel like really showing that, because it was literally the same exact game, but all over again. But I will say that when you really start to pay attention to to like all the little details and tidbits, then the game really does do a good job of using the 3D space to platform in new ways. But you have to be like have a very keen eye for that type of stuff. So I'm not gonna say the 3D platforming is bad, because I feel like for what it is a pretty good system. It's just they just need a little more time to make it more, what's the word, obvious, I guess. Because like I said, it's like the first few levels, it felt so like I don't even know how to explain it, but it felt like Kirby 2D games, but like it just used 3D gimmicks, or the 3D space as gimmicks. But when you really get to like the later half of the levels, there are some puzzles that really just took advantage of the 3D space, and I really enjoyed that. But doing the whole thing twice, yeah, that was a real drag for me. Especially since I'm just here for the boss battles. I'm here for the challenge, I'm not here for the platforming. But I feel like this game, it just continues to blow me away every single time. But I'll just go ahead and say it. But yeah, you will see at the very end of this little montage here that is going to end with Kirby going to the arena. And as you guys know, the arena is home to some of the hardest content in Kirby games. So you best believe if you thought Morphle Knight was bad, we're about to get clapped. We're about to get clapped real hard, and I am here for it. So hope you guys look forward to that, because best believe we are doing that. And here it is, Kirby going to the Coliseum. So we have one more Kirby video coming up for you guys, and that will end it for Forgotten Lands. But until then, I'm about to get up out. Thank you guys so much again for all your continued support. And I'm so glad I was able to convince so many of you guys to get the Kirby game, because all you guys have been telling me that you've been picking it up and you've been loving it, and I love to hear that. That's why I love doing this so much, to show you guys all these amazing IPs out here. But I'm going to get up out. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.